Hey guys, it's Eclipse, welcome back to another video, and today we are actually going to be starting a new tutorial series, and in this specific episode, the first episode, my friend Pixel is here to show you guys how to do a regular home
So,
interior. Now, he is really good at making interiors, so he's just going to show you a few ways that he does it, and, yeah, so why don't you show us your, thought process, how you make the interior, and just what you're going to start off with first.
okay, my thought process. First, I think about where everything's gonna be, like the living room, the kitchen, and then the second floor. But sometimes I don't plan it out and I just rush it because I got a map to make and stuff.
Alright.
And always pay attention to detail,
Yes, detail
but
is
not
key.
too much or you'll waste memory. Now, some props I recommend. Instead of using the furniture, like this one that I'm finna spawn down right over here, you can use some props from it, like the kitchen and the table. Also, when you're making a room, I recommend using these bookshelves since there are different variants of them. Like one doesn't have the back and one does. Also, these right here, these are very important. I sometimes don't use them, but if you want your map to look realistic, because
Yes,
you
so
can't
add
have a house
garages.
without a garage.
Yes.
Don't look at this house over here. We don't pay attention to that. Okay, first thing, I always start with the living room. When you're placing down your TV, I recommend not using the small ones. I suggest just blow it up. Make it pretty big. TV can't
I'm on
be
the
too
second
low
floor, I'm an
or
idiot.
too high. I'm just getting all the things you could use, like these type of living room props.
Yeah.
Use this type of couch.
There's a lot of stuff you can use from this gallery.
That's why I like this gallery a lot. You even have a good looking bed. That's one detailed bed right there.
I'm just not gonna
What
try.
couch I recommend you to use? Always use this couch. This is my favorite couch in the world. I usually lean them to the side so people have a
Yeah.
different angle when watching TV.
Yes, looks
So
more
you take
realistic.
that one, place it right there. And if you come over here, you take this little chair. Even though I still like the other little chair. Take this. You can put this like anywhere. You can put it beneath the staircase. Like random spots. For example, like in this corner you can have a bear or something. What else? The surrounding of the living room. I usually put a kitchen anywhere. It's the kitchen. But living rooms, I don't make them really detailed. Sometimes I just put a whole bunch of stuff there
Yeah, so if you
that
were...
occur to the living room, like
Yeah,
for example,
so...
bookshelf.
For example, anyone, so I'm gonna add some stuff here. So as he's doing that, sometimes you might want to have, like, a fireplace inside your house. You add a fireplace. Yeah, you can just add
People
those
gotta
chairs
warm up.
around, like he told you. There's also this table from the Weeping Woods Gallery. This is pretty useful. It can use it as like a coffee table in front of everything. You can maybe place that right there. Maybe give it a little bit of a curve. Maybe put it the opposite way so it gives it more diversity.
Very useful.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff you can use.
Also, the biggest thing about making houses, always have paintings or just posters.
Yeah, it does give it a lot more life. You definitely do that a lot. So for this painting right here, and let's just say
DJ
that
yonder.
we can resize it a little bit and place it right there. And then it gives the walls more detail, so they're not just plain
For example,
white.
like this DJ yonder. It's like leaning off.
And I know I've used this one twice, but just for an example, make it tilting a bit too.
Yeah.
Now
Make
it's
it look
already
gonna
our
fall.
living room is looking diverse. It's looking good. It's looking detailed. Now, For extra stuff you can add, I mean, it doesn't really have to be
You-
anything special because at this point you have everything basic down. But if
Also, you need carpets.
yes, carpets. If we're
When
to
you're
decorate,
placing carpets,
oh,
when I'm placing a carpet, I put some straight down, but in real life, carpets aren't always just put straight. You need to like twist and turn them like this,
yeah, let me just set that down for a second. Like for example, it would
like
hold on.
further
that is
up.
that is
a
the wrong
little
thing.
bit.
Okay. For example, like you might want to put it like right there to where it's kind of covering the couch and the chair. Another thing is you can have like little like accessories, like a pool table, for example.
Just an office.
Yeah, like an office room. You can also add trash cans, which I don't know where they are right now, but they are definitely cool to add. Oh, also,
And small little details.
yeah, this moose head,
example, these
is a nice
boxes.
detail. And yes, boxes too.
When you're using a different type of carpet, I recommend you use all types.
Yeah, you don't want to use the same carpet.
Don't
over
use
and
the
over.
same carpet every time.
Mhm.
It does not help.
You can add this painting somewhere.
Ow.
I'm actually not sure where we could
Paintings
add
matter.
it. I'll just put it on the other side over here.
Oh yeah, when you're making this,
Put a carpet
when you're
right
making
there.
like a chimney, always put some wood like next to it.
Yeah, you might want to tilt it a bit.
Like
to
change,
match
yeah,
the
change it
gaps.
that way.
Yeah. Also, resizing. Resizing is definitely something. Like
Always
resizing
resize.
paintings or stuff, but don't just have the same, stuff over and over. You can add like a trash can back here, gives it more depth. So right now our living room is about done. There's not much we could add here. That little lamp up there. See, it's
Put
coming
this lamp
together.
right here.
Yeah, it's looking. Here, I'll add this little flower pot, and it's looking like a real house. Like it's looking like someone could actually be living here.
Like live here. Pretty interesting.
All right, so yeah, we have this over here, and so your living room is basically done. Now, what would you want to do next?
Then I start on the kitchen.
Yeah, where's the kitchen gonna be? Because they do have a prop.
The
right
kitchen's
here
gonna
that's
be
worth-
this area right here. Like, let me build these two walls. This is how far the kitchen's going to be.
I'm gonna have that right there, kind of like rags piled up. A bit more depth. Alright,
Yeah.
so show us what kitchen props you like to use.
I normally use the chapter 2 kitchen props, but I mostly go to these. So when I start off, I use this as the corner piece.
Alright.
I use this. I sometimes use an oven.
Yeah, the
And this
oven.
right here.
Of course, you're gonna use an oven. It's a kitchen. Yeah, and a little light up there. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you really need for a kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you also have these.
And you need
pieces.
tables, of course.
Yeah, tables, of course. And then there's these other pieces that you put above everything. So for tables, I'll actually, since we have a little bit of like a luxurious house, we kind of got the whatchamacallit. We're gonna do the kitchen and the dining room like this, right? Like right here, we can actually close off the laundry room. That would give the house some depth. I'm just gonna close that
Yes.
off right now. We can edit that later. But it was gonna be like, kind of like a merge in between both, right? And here's the thing about like resizing. So this right here, right? It looks like a table, but it doesn't really look like a dining room table. But if you wanted to, you can kind of shrink the width a bit in depth, and then increase the height. And now it
And boom,
actually
you
looks
got
like
a
it could be a table. Yeah. And you can do that. You can even rotate it, and of course it's gonna look perfect. And that's over because we have drops on. So let me actually try to do this again. You can see them in the back and during the kitchen, but it might glitch out with certain props that you use. But see, like this, right? I mean, if you
Yeah.
were to take this and then lower it down just a bit, like I did, you have a more luxurious table that looks more proper. And you can just do fancy things like this, and I can go ahead and grab a chair. Depends on what stuff you like to use. Right here, something like a fancy dining room chair. So you could put these around the table, and you can see him doing the kitchen back there, just adding all the generic props. That's good. You might want to actually.
And this is
like
basically
this.
kitchen.
Yeah, so that's basically the kitchen. Yeah, I added those up there. I was going to add that and then you're gonna want to add
Oh yeah, I gotta
that
add
there.
this.
Yep.
Normally, we'll resize this if it's like this. Can't go bad with a little light.
Actually, I'll delete these towels down
Actually, I'm
here
pretty sure
because
the
I have
light's not
another
gonna
idea
work.
for these. Yeah, light wouldn't really work for this type of kitchen.
Oh yeah, don't. Whenever you're doing chairs, at least have one tipping over, like this one.
Yeah, it gives the house more diversity. Another
Makes it
thing,
feel
if you're doing
10
something,
times alive.
you could have these little like propane tanks here to kind of make it feel, like, more alive, right? Like they have something in storage. It's not just your generic house.
Yeah.
And it's also good to overlay things. Like this painting is behind it, right? It doesn't look clean, but it makes it look more realistic. Same with this living room. Like, because see, the thing about interior is a lot of people do it to save memory. But if you use the same props, and for example, like the resizing thing, right? Like this right here is a table,
Mhm.
and it's tilted a bit. But if you wanted to, then you could even make this something like a chair. Like a miniature chair. You can increase the height, not increase the height, decrease the height, and then you can make the width and the depth really small. And then now look right here, it's a
Boom.
little
You got a
stool
chair.
for this. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a chair. And put this on the other side. And I don't know why there need to be a chair on a pool table because you stand up.
And they're gonna be
But
standing.
I don't know. It's an accessory, right? You can reuse
Yeah.
props and turn them into different things. Besides reusing the same generic props, like the basic wooden chair you see in almost every single battle royale, like that. Yeah, like adding a bookshelf by the staircase. Another good example.
Bookshelves. I love to add bookshelves by staircases because
bookshelves especially.
normally I wouldn't really know what to put back there. I'll
Maybe
put like
boxes
wood
if
planks.
you want. Yeah. And another
Or
good
just
thing to
random
add
stuff.
inside of houses are definitely plants. Just adding them around in a couple of corners. Now inside here we're gonna make a little bit of a laundry room, right? So we could make this house kind of like there's a large family living here. So you can kind of do it like this and have two of these. And then, hold on.
I'm gonna add something to the kitchen.
Yeah. And then we can kind of stack these, right? And then you would, it's a washer room. So you would have these towels kind of lying around. Oh, I turned drops off on accident. You would have
You can also
these
add
towels.
knives to the kitchen.
Oh, yes, you can indeed add knives to the kitchen. Plus, it gives it more life, too. Makes it feel more realistic. Now, this laundry room back here, it doesn't really feel right? These are against it. So, experiment. You can move this to be over here. Same with the other thing.
Like put some beside each other like this.
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna move these over here. And you can set that to the ground, right?
Yep.
You get the idea. Do that, and now it looks a little bit better. And you can resize this piece so it's not the exact same thing. You can put it over here.
It can be small rags.
Yeah, small rags, exactly. You can call one towels and one small rags. Dude, all works. And remember, those traps back there, it started off like this, right? You won't even notice. Another thing you could add is like small barrels, or you're in a washing room, right? Or a washer room.
Anything
so,
a house will have.
Yeah. You might want to put this little like laundry. Maybe these people are luxurious, right? That's what we're going for. So maybe you can have this little thing, like these two little carts.
Or even something like this.
Yeah, like a light, except not the size of Jupiter.
Yeah,
They
the
can kinda
the
fix it
size
up a
needs to be
bit.
toned down.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, drops.
Yep, drops. And it's time we don't get it centered. You can kind of experiment with where you want it to be, like right there. And it's not exactly center, but it's center enough. I mean, you can move it over a bit. Yeah, now you have a light here.
Boom, now it's good.
Also, another thing you can do with the new device, the customizable light device, feel free to put these around your house. You can kind of put them in corners places. Now make sure you tone down the light intensity.
Yeah, the brightness.
Yeah, the brightness, and you might also want to make it kind of beige to fit more normally. Hold on, let me make it beige. Yeah, like that to make it look like more natural lighting. No, you definitely want to leave it down to like 10. I mean, 0 doesn't make any sense, so yeah, leave it at 10. And then if
At least
you're
10.
doing like experimental house, right, you can always do it like that. No, the only issue with the device, here, I'll just put this back here for now. The only issue with the device really is that you have to be close to it to see it. But it's always good, yeah. You can
It's like a flashlight.
set that down real quick. Alright. Yeah, and you can just put these inside of corners of your house, so when you're walking around, you see them. Like, yeah, you can put it. I don't know why.
And you can at least add some security cameras.
Yeah, it's a
Make
fancy
it
house,
feel
right? So
more
security
security.
cameras would work. Yeah, like see these lights
Oh,
we've
yeah,
added, right?
you
Like as
can-
you're walking around the house, it makes it feel like, you know, there's more natural lighting around the area.
Yeah.
You can put
Store it up in the closet.
this light inside of here. And you can put this one kinda underneath the staircase so it's not as bright. You can put one of them inside behind the washers. And now your house has natural lighting. And it looks like a genuine place where a human would live. And it's fine
Or
if you can kind
rather
of see it, but you can always start the game. But yeah, and everything is more bright, and it has natural lighting, yeah. And you have the plushes that sit at the couches still. And we know you got the
Let's just
kitchen
say
over
bears
here.
live here.
Yeah, kitchen's looking good. You can always add some trash. Yeah, and inside of here.
Kind of weird.
You know, maybe it's just a clean kitchen. Maybe there doesn't need to be anything over here. I mean, it would add more, but there's nothing I can really think of to add.
No.
Or maybe you could have another one of those fancy carpets. It is a kitchen that makes 0 sense, but...
Oh yeah, instead of using the same carpet, you could always use the carpets from the top secret.
Yeah, you can use those too.
The Yacht Shark Gallery.
I am going to move this
Like,
a little bit over.
something like
real quick. I am gonna... No, that wouldn't really work. Put
this.
these around a bit, though.
Like,
they do match up.
let's say Midas lived here. You have this.
Or, once again, you can just resize the width instead of having to place down numerous things. No, that's the wrong thing. It's depth, okay. Now you got the carpet there, spreading across the kitchen. See, it looks good. It looks like you have a little bit of an area now. Yeah, then you have the
This type of
carpet down here.
Okay.
You might...
you might want to resize it.
Put it... Yeah, no, it's fine. It works here. Nope, for some reason that's floating. And there's like this big door. No, just maybe. And it gives it more decoration. And then you could also use this prop. But yeah, maybe that's a closet. But yeah, so this basically wraps up our tutorial on how to do home interior. I hope you guys found this helpful. Sorry if it wasn't the most strict format, the most basic format. I know it's a little bit complicated, but at least we got there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped you, and yeah, see you in the next video.